Good morning, everyone. So today I have these two items from Spellbinders' new Cardmaker collection stamp sets that they did send free of charge for my review, and all opinions are my own. And any links I have in the description box would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So the ones I chose are these really cute, like the background stamp. I think we're going to get a little bit artsy with this guy. And then I have this cute boots. So this one's called Windy Sky. And you see it looks like wind. It also looks like waves. It looks like anything you want to put behind anything for texture, you know, however you want to use it. A nice photopolymer stamp. And there's also a photopolymer set here. And then cute boots, of course, has a little kind of rain and all these fun things. So I think what I want to do with these is make like a little scene. Use this background stamp in an artsy way. And I want to give myself some space because I was thinking I want to make it look a little bit like a rainy scene up on top. And we have these little lines that look like, you know, rain kind of coming down pretty hard, right? And then look at the little puddle. I love that with the little rain. And then I guess you could place that right under her little boots if you want, or however you want to do it. It has some sentiments. Rain is just confetti from the sky. When life gives you rainy days, wear cute boots and jump in puddles. I like people who smile when it's raining. And then we have the umbrellas and things. So what I'm going to do is probably make a mini slimline, of course, just to get a little extra length in what we're doing here. And so I'm going to grab some white paper, I think. And I think I'm just going to build up some white paper whole scene on that and see how that goes. So I will grab some paper. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my Spellbinders paper pack, like stamp pad, ink pad, paper pad under here, and I used it today. So again, you can use it many times until it's really junked out. Then you can switch it out, or switch it out every time, however you like to use it. But I have a piece of paper I cut down to 3 1/4 by 5 3/4. So mini slimline, you know, the way I like them is 3 1/2 by 6. So I will mat another layer behind this just to frame it out, kind of like this, you know, you put a little mat of color behind it. But it's pretty much going to take up the whole front of the card. So I'm going to start off, I think, with my little lady here. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so I'm going to use this one, and then I'll put the puddles in, and then we'll do some fun things with everything else. But for now, I just want to get this stamped. I have some squid ink here, again, hybrid ink, because I will be probably using alcohol ink to color her in, but I'm also going to be distressing a little bit with water-based inks and stuff, so hybrid ink is a good option to have everything done there, and still have a good impression. So I'm just going to put her wherever. It doesn't really matter if she's centered, but I still pretty much centered her. This will be kind of an artsy card. Oh, you know what? Just to make sure I get that. Look at that. I love the way it's just like kind of sketched out. I don't know if you can see that. So like it has like a sketch feel to it. Very interesting. Really cute. Okay, and then I'm going to do her little drops under her feet. I'm going to use a smaller acrylic block, and just to make it easier to see if you want to use like a stamp positioner or whatever, so you want to do you know, do that. I'm just trying to see, where do I put this? I'm trying to position that right. Yeah, I can just kind of go around her little feet here, maybe there. I'm gonna put it like here. Cute. Okay, so there's that. I think that's all I'm going to do with that. So what I'm going to do is put some of these things away, clean up my stamps, and then I'm going to grab some blue inks and stuff like that. Okay, so I have some inks here just to kind of play around a little bit. I'm going to start off with Tumbled Glass, because it's a lighter blue color. I'm using Distress inks. Maybe I'll throw a little water on here, you know, however we want to do it. I think what I'm going to do is start with this, and then just use the Salty Ocean as the stamping ink. Just around here as much as I don't think I'm going to go too much. And maybe I'll even add some green down around the bottom. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit more. Yeah, I'll probably do that. And a little green in a bit. And then before I do the stamping, I'm just going to add a little bit of water and remove and take that away just to get a little more texture. The water bottle I have sprays too fine, so I like to just dip into the water like this and give it some splashes. And just wait a few seconds. Try to find a clean area of the little towel that you use for this kind of stuff. Or get a new one. And lift out that color. Okay, so we can see that. So I'm going to continue doing that just until it's dry before I start stamping, because then our stamping might smear a little bit. Okay, I'll be back. So maybe down here I'd add a little bit of green, so I'm just going to take a little bit. You know, there's some already on here from the last time I used this, just to add a little color. And that's it. I pulled out a color to use, peeled paint, but since I did not clean my blender from the last time, we're good still. Okay, Salty Ocean. And you can definitely use this just like this, stamp the whole thing. What I'm going to do is not that. And in fact, I could even leave it right on this if I wanted to, which maybe I will. Or you can, you know, take it off and put it on a block or however. But since I want to be a little bit artsy with it, it doesn't really matter. Let me see what that might look like. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of bring it in here and do a little stamping. A little more, just like that. Nothing, you know, like real. I'm just kind of putting it on there. A little bit of second generation stamping is good too. I think that's it. Yeah, just something like that. Okay, and then we want to take these guys. And this one I will put on a stamping block. And just stamp a little bit of that too. It doesn't have to be the whole thing. I'm going to take a little bit off the top there. Maybe like this. Maybe just a little more over here. Right there. Aw, I have this whole background made. All right, I'm gonna clean up and I'll be right back. So I'm just gonna take some time and do my alcohol ink coloring, whatever it is that you like to use, of course. I'm gonna make a red, I think I'll make her little jacket yellow. So I'll do a red umbrella, red boots. It'd be cute if the whole ensemble was red, right, with a red jacket. But I'm gonna go yellow on that, I think. Just for fun. Or maybe she should wear yellow. Yeah, let's do a red umbrella and then yellow and yellow. That way it coordinates. And then whatever fun colors I want to put in her little outfit. So, let's see here. I'm going to start with my lightest red color. And I do this kind of differently, but, you know, do whatever you like. I like to color in this whole thing and leave like that middle section kind of open. And then I'll come in on each section and go to like the darkest around the very edge in that center area, maybe some around here, and the middle color. Again, you guys know this is not my forte, but I just, you know, just add color, don't be afraid. And then I go back to the lightest color. And sometimes I'll blend it all the way through, even covering up that area in the middle, and it should stay lighter than the rest of the area because we only put color there once, where on the rest of it we put color there twice, right? And I'll do the same thing in this middle section, leave an empty space, come in with the dark. Everything I just pretty much do that way. I always do the light color, add a little dark where it might be shadow, and go from there. So I'm going to color this little gal in, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm pretty much done with this. I might just add a little blue in here, just a little liquid. Okay, so I'm gonna do is grab a piece of maybe blue paper, I think. You know what? Let's go with red. Bring some of that red out. I did want to mention to whiten up the little polka dots again because I just went with a little bit of red. I just grabbed a gel pen and just dabbed over those little white polka dot areas again just to make sure we had nice white dots. Okay, I will be right back. So I have my pieces here. Let me put this to the side and then we're just going to do our sentiment. I always am amazed like how quickly the little scene stamps or scene cards come up. It's just so sweet. You just build up a little scene and color it in and you're good to go. And that's the focal point, right? Your work that you did there. So we have our mini slimline base. This is 3.5 by 6. So the card base itself is 6 by 7, scored at 3.5 on the 7-inch side. And then I have this little piece that I just want to make a small mat. You know, you can do whatever you want with your sizing, but as you can see, mine's just on the edges there. So some red paper cut at, sorry, I don't want to misspeak here. So it's 3 3/8 by 5 7/8. So it's almost the whole 3.5 by 6, but not quite. So let me get this going. And if you want to put more, you know, attention maybe to your little scene that you drew up on this part, you might want to pop it up on dimensional adhesive. I'm going to keep it flat and I'm going to pop up our little sentiment. So I'm just going to do that. So this guy. And then this guy. So I was saying you can put dimensional adhesive on the back of this and have him give you a little pop-up there. Really sweet. As you can see, as I color, like I didn't go through all the way to the back of this, but when you color with alcoholic markers, you're supposed to really saturate so that the back of your paper is like completely saturated also. I hardly ever get there, but it just does make your colors juicier and pop. So it's something you might want to play with. Okay, I'm gonna let that set up. I'm gonna choose a sentiment and a little piece of paper or somewhere to stamp it, and I'll be right back. Okay, I just took a scrap of the same white paper that I had used for this, and what I'm going to do is just stamp this, and I'm going to cut it by hand or with a tool. And of course you could use a die if you want, or nesting dies so you have an outline, but I'm just going to cut it straight across and then I'll mat that over another red piece just to bring that red back in. So all I did was distress that with a little bit of the same ink that was still on my blending tool there. And I'm going to use Rain is Just Confetti from the Sky. So cute. So all I'm going to do is just trim this down with, like I said, with my paper trimmer. And then put a little red mat behind it. And I'll be something like this. I'll trim this one down and then I'll add it on top of whatever I was going to mat it onto. And then I think this glue gives you a little bit of give. If for some reason you don't like the way that looks, you can use your trimmer, but I'm just going to use scissors. You still have a little bit of movement that you can kind of get it centered. So I just kind of eyeball this. So I'm going to go like from here to here. I'm going to trim that away. And then from here to here, and usually that's pretty good. But if you don't like it, you can move it a little bit. You know, you have a little time to move it around. All right, I'm gonna pop some dimensionals on this, and I'll be right back. So I put some dimensionals on that. I think I'm gonna pop it up here. I mean, you can put it wherever you like, guys. You know, it's gonna cover a little bit of there. I think I'm gonna put it here. Even here is cute. So let me see here. It's a sweet little card. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thank you so much, Spellbinders, for sending these items for my review. I'll have some images for you guys. I'll have the links in the description box. And I will see you guys at the next one. Alright, bye now.